to Red Empoleon and be his stand? But you won Coro yesterday.
He's facing who?
I legitimately don't know. You can't blame me.
Who is a very strong Libre player.
I'll get to know the players after the offline. Okay, we'll talk about that later because now we're into the games here. We are going with Chandelure versus Darkrai, and this matchup has notoriously been one of those long-range battles where do or die, basically.
He's going Chandelure.
Yeah, I think the good point to know is that because of the long range, Darkrai has a hard time going in. Look at that shield. Basically, one laser is all he needs to break a shield now, and he's just waiting for it. Unfortunately, not breaking the shield. Like, Coro just needed to break that shield, and he would have got an advantage already.
Yeah, I feel so satisfied when Darkrai has to go in.
I mean, when you play as the aggressor in the matchup with Darkrai, it's very hard. But then again, you want to go in, because you want Nightmares, right? You want Bad Dream Rising, because the only other thing you don't want Rising is your depleting HP. There we go.
Nice!
Nicely done, nicely done.
Nice bait.
It's beautiful how the teleport comes in and he goes for 2x here, getting a combo. But not getting it. Oh, nicely done. Why goes into Will-O-Wisp, going for the attack down here. He's just gonna wait for it. Coro is just setting up. He's like not giving you a chance. Smog comes in again. Nicely done. Just Smog 3 times, right? Sometimes the charm waits for its opportunity there, keeps pushing them back. Ooh! He's waiting for it. Nicely done. Coro just waits for it a little bit longer.
Whoa.
Coro with that reaction right there. Looks like Moga immediately
has seen it.
I won't say it's a bad trick for
really bad.
both of them had bad tricks here because you lose the orbs, you break,
and spent 1,000 years to go in, and then he just
he lost it. Yeah.
That's it. He lost the range. So
yeah,
he
that's
lost
true.
the neutral, you know.
For Darkrai, I believe that is one of the bad things. But for Chandelure, you don't even want to take damage. To be fair, you want to be back sitting down nicely like a siege cannon. You want to sit down there and then like go pew pew, catapult all your projectiles in. So in this matchup, it's kind of like, can I maintain my position without sacrificing my control?
Nice confirm.
It's not a lot of damage, even though it's one buff down, but it gets out. Oh, teleporting back, getting hit by Will-O-Wisp. Look at that jab range. If you've ever seen anyone with a jab range, it's Chandelure. Having so much range basically makes Chandelure that zoner with melee, right? That melee zoner. Moving in with the laser again. He's just waiting. 35 HP, he's just waiting. Slow and steady will win the race. Coro just needs to wait it out. Yep, just push back slowly. Woo! Because you're not in BDR, you are not frame 1 immune. And that is it. He's gotta wait it out. Coro needs to make sure he doesn't press all the lights here because light armor is in play, don't forget. Nicely done. 9 HP left, just move back. Just move back, you got all the time in the world. You don't want to use burst, so you want to wait it out. Nicely done. Coro is just playing this so well right now. Just needs to wait it out slower and slower. Brian, on the other hand, he has pulse, he just needs to wait. Oh my lord, what did I say about the pulse? It was coming in, he gets the Bad Dreams Rising. He might have a chance to make it back here. And unfortunately, dropping the shield, it was very hard for Brian to already go in, to be fair. And I think really forcing Coro to use burst was his best bet anyways. So, I mean, not the worst thing that happened here, but Brian really wanted to like waste his time here, so he doesn't get a cheer skill as well. Because right now, if I'm not wrong, Coro is playing with the support cheer. Nicely done, but Brian sees it coming and grabs it. And also, note that Coro was doing a little bit too late. He is getting the timing down slowly, and unfortunately, it's just not ready yet. Nicely done, go for the grab, gets the defense down, pushes him back. He is now in favorable position to like, oh, that's not what you want, you don't want to grab that. Getting position back, he's waiting for it. Whenever he sees Brian press button, he just laser it. He's just getting so much mileage of it slowly. It's basically the chip wars in this game. But, you know, with the chip wars, Darkrai doesn't really fare very well in these situations. So Coro is in the lead here. Bursting in, he's trying to close the gap here. He wants to close it. He's trying to close the gap. He wants to close it. Nicely done. Catches the jump with his own, like, anti-air right there. I mean, can you see the level of, like, attentiveness that Coro is putting on? He might not get his hit confirms, he might not get anything, but you can tell that Coro is 100% ready to react to whatever is option is, ready to adapt. Using the burst here, trying to get chip, I think. Not a lot of chip, about 23 damage only, but what the... Brian, what are you doing? You almost lost that game right there with the hacks again. That might just close the game right here. That closes the game. Coro takes the first round.
Brian's still not bursting.
Okay, fine. You are right with that one argument from the last time we talked about this.
I mean, that's the only way he could have come back. Hex, right?
Hex would have been the only way. You're right.
Why didn't he just?
Yeah. Already we're back to game 2 of this set. Sorry, game 2. Let's see how this goes. Goes for all the projectiles moving in forward. You hate to see this match because, come on, you know it's one-sided. But we all know we all want Brian to win. But Coro being new fresh blood, that's something new to watch as well. So, both ways, Brian giving us all the new characters,
Oh
Coro
my
giving
God.
us the... That is not worth it for Coro. Look at the amount of damage he took from that. That is so not worth it. He gets the speed movement down. He gets the attack down. He takes basically 400 damage. Coro, you madman.
Fresh blood.
Well, the only fresh blood here we have now is that lamp.
The new blood. No, he's not exactly the new blood.
New blood as in he's an up-and-coming player, right? I like to say that he's an up-and-coming player. Like, you look at his Libre, it was from somewhere, from nowhere, become something. And now his Chandelure is just doing the same thing. And it's getting there. He's a very fast player. Like, he adapts, he learns fast. But if you're telling me in terms of like how fast he learns like characters, it's very hard.
Brian
Yeah, he lost the first game. My mistake. Yeah, my mistake. That's an error there. Well, fret not, because the games are going on still, even though there's just one mistake. But it is very, very hard for Coro to make that comeback. He has to mount like a full-on assault. He's moving in slowly, getting his pokes in here and there, Will-O-Wisps coming in. Nicely done. Oh, outlasting the CA, not giving Coro any place to move.
Oh my.
And that Hex. Well, yes, it's not double buff. That Hex will reset the position, giving Coro some space to fight back. And also removing a bad Dreams Rising. That's what makes this match a bit harder for Darkrai as well. Getting hit by Hex is not one of the things. And getting hit by Will-O-Wisps, now that's not something you want, especially when you were trying to avoid it. Lapras leaving all the projectiles moving in, giving position. Chandelure going in for the burst here, recognizing that he needs to burst. That's the difference between Brian and Coro. Brian doesn't really want to waste his burst most of the time, recognizes that he can do without it, maybe. Well, Coro he knows, just like, okay, I got it, just move in. But that might be it. Coro winning by 9 HP there. Magnificent. Like, mwah. You hate to see that happen to you if you are on the other end.
Brian just gotta calm down.
Lapras not dealing a laser unfortunately, but he does take that almost 200. There we go. That's the bad dreams right there. Night Chandelure, you're going into nightmare. There we go. Brian making it out here. Like the bandit he is, getting as much damage as he can.
Don't Brian ever beat?
Does Brian need to play when he plays Darkrai though? Let's be fair here. Oh, hoping to avoid the projectile, I suppose. Fully charged as well, because fully charged you only get hit when you touch it. So, yeah. Will Brian reset the PSP here just so he can get a few more damage or like end the game? Because he's in a good position, nicely done. He was waiting for the opportunity to...
from Brian.
Yes, he wanted to reset the PSP. He wasn't sure whether he can get it down properly. And unfortunately, Coro goes for Hex there. That is not a good point for Coro. A misclick right there from Coro. You hate to see that happen. Because Brian was in a good position and...
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, it just came down to like that last move for him. But last move is a bit of an understatement because we still have one more game. We have the last game. So, here we go. Minimize Hex's meta, guys. You can't say that against Coro, man.
Bye, people.
Brian,
Good luck, Brian.
Brian wishing himself good luck. I don't know. Who do you want to go into the next round? Because I'm stoked for both to go in. Like, on one hand, I want to fight Brian. He's a strong player in my opinion. And on the other hand, Coro just brings out a lot of things that I would normally not do, which also helps me improve my plays. What do you think?
Well, as for me, I would rather face Coro.
Really?
Yeah.
Coro.
Because I've played Brian way too many times. He knows.
So you're
how
just bored basically. You're just finding your new plaything.
I hardly even fight Coro.
I mean, you can just find him on stream. He's free. That like CA not hitting.
What do you mean he's free?
No, as in the drill.
Oh, okay.
What free?
I thought you
No,
said
I
you
said
can play him on stream, he's free.
I said the drill is free.
Alright.
Oh no. What I meant is he's free to play, not he's free to win.
Oh my god.
So bad. Already moving in, Jirachi comes in. I better start eating my food as well because I'm going to be playing next. And there we go. Coro Electro Web there, resetting it back to dual. Sorry, field. My bad. The advantage Coro is mounting is spectacular, tremendous even. Woo! CDC hopping back. Now resetting himself back into the net, but luckily the net cancels out.
Bye, Brian. You gotta.
Brian's got a mono
Make
full.
it
No!
up.
Brian has the mono full on us out!
Bye, Brian. Out for losers.
Yes, Brian is up.
That's so
Unfortunately,
unexpected.
Brian is
job.
out.
Good
Coro
job,
wins
Coro.
in. Unfortunately, that's well.
We got Tyrone versus Coro next. Or do you want to take a break? Danny versus. You can stay.
Oh,
You get the momentum going, right?
yeah, he's